My name is Eleanor Whitman. I am 71 years old. For most of my life, I believed patience was a virtue. I believed waiting was love. I believed that if I stayed quiet long enough, strong long enough, forgiving long enough, the people I sacrificed for would eventually see me. I was wrong. The day a doctor stood at the foot of my hospital bed, counting down the minutes I had left, my only son was sitting in a glass-walled conference room, scrolling through slides. "She can wait," my son said. Not angrily, not cruelly, casually, like my life was an appointment that could be rescheduled. I had raised that man alone, and he chose a meeting over my final breath. The heart attack didn't arrive with drama. It came quietly, the way exhaustion always does. I was folding laundry in my kitchen, sunlight spilled across the table. For a moment, everything felt ordinary, safe. I thought about calling my son. I hadn't spoken to him in weeks, but I stopped myself. He was busy. He was always busy. The pain started deep in my chest, heavy, crushing, unfamiliar. I told myself it was indigestion. Mothers become experts at minimizing their own suffering. When my knees gave out, the phone slid across the floor. As I fell, my last clear thought was ridiculous and small. I forgot to water the plants. The sirens came quickly, faster than my son ever did. In the ambulance, my heart stopped for the first time. In the emergency room, Dr. Harris called my son while nurses shocked my heart back into rhythm. "He's in a board meeting," his assistant said. The doctor explained slowly, carefully. "Your mother is unstable. We need consent. This could be her last hour." There was a pause. Then my son sighed. "Can she wait 30 minutes?" The words landed like a slap. Dr. Harris stared at the phone, stunned. I didn't hear the call, but I felt it. As they prepared me for surgery, memories flooded in, the kind that come when the body believes it's dying. I remembered my husband's funeral, how my son clutched my hand and asked if we would be okay. I told him yes. I went back to work 2 weeks later, took night shifts, waited tables until my feet bled. I waited outside schools in the rain. I waited through teenage rebellion. I waited up at night listening for the sound of a key in the door. I waited for gratitude. I waited for acknowledgement. I waited for him to notice how tired I was. I waited for a call that never came. Waiting became my identity. I died on the operating table. 3 minutes without oxygen. There was no tunnel of light, no grand vision, only stillness, peace, then pain, a violent pull back into a body that had already said goodbye. When I woke up, there was no one beside me, no son pacing the room, no desperate apologies, only machines, and a nurse named Clara. "You scared us," she whispered. I wondered who she meant by us. My son arrived the next morning. He looked relieved, not guilty, relieved. "You're okay now, so it all worked out." That was the moment something inside me finally stopped trying. Not my heart, something older, something tired. Recovery gave me time to think. I changed my will. I sold my house. I stopped answering calls. I moved somewhere no one expected. For the first time in 50 years, I chose myself. Months later, my son stood at my door, older, softer, afraid. He said, "I didn't know." I smiled. "Yes," I replied. "You did." and I closed the door.